Hi, hello. It's been a while. This is Labake from Startup Mentorship Hub, and today we're going to talk about how to get started with digital marketing as a startup. Because of a lockdown, also a lot of people are beginning to embrace digital marketing, and that I've seen a lot of companies that have ignored digital marketing in the past. Now they're embracing it. So, how do you get started? The first thing I used to say is you need to have a presence. First of all, you need to have a website. It's very important. If you don't have a website, forget it. You're not even in business. Okay, let me not be harsh. You need to have a Facebook page. You need to have social presence. And then I'm talking about it doesn't really have to be it doesn't have to be a kind of website that digital marketing or big companies have. And then it doesn't have to be something elaborate, just something simple, your name, just something so that you can be found. It's shocking to see that a lot of companies actually don't have websites. Yes, it's digital age. You may say, oh, what's Labby talking about? True, I found out that some people don't actually have it. They don't have any social presence. And then what are the first three core steps into building an online presence? The first thing is, number one, you need to get a domain name. Guys. It's 2020. You need a domain name. You need a social. You need digital footprint for your business, and you've got a name for your company. Make sure that nobody else right. I know if you need to do research before buying a domain name. I actually have a sister that keeps buying. She comes up with an idea, she buys the domain name. But the truth is, you also need to know you don't necessarily have to focus on website ranking and SEO now, but you need a social presence. You need a domain name. You need a website. And even though it might just be like a landing page, make it professional, simple. Do these are the things you do. Let people sign up, collect their emails, and then have a marketing. You don't necessarily have to start with your marketing email, but make sure that you have something that you plan. You have a strategy. And then the second step I'm going to talk about is developing a social media strategy. It costs no money upfront. Open a Facebook, if it's Twitter, if it's Instagram, open and start something. It's not hard for people to use it to build trust. First get the first 500 people to know about your company and create some brand awareness. You don't have to pay like a digital marketing agency. When you make an account and you get the opportunity, when you create an account and you get an opportunity to invite all your friends, initially they might ignore it and say, oh, this person, oh, Kilon, like, well, what are they saying? What's new that she wants to share? But some might like it and they begin to invite their friends and all. It's actually a very simple step. Just make sure that you invite all of your friends. If you have 1,000 friends, invite all of them. At least if 10% like your page, it's something. You never know, you might get 1 or 2 clients from people that like your page. Another thing is having a social LinkedIn profile. I know some people might say, oh, LinkedIn is not social, it's not this, it's not that. But the truth is, if you don't even have any digital presence, the first thing, if you put your name on Google, that comes out is actually your LinkedIn or your Facebook. So if you have a Facebook, try to open a LinkedIn page for your business. That also helps. Considering the different platform and different people that you can get exposure to because of this platform, it's important. Starting your own digital marketing from square one doesn't, when it comes to strategy for startup, similar, you might not know who your buyer persona is. That's the truth. You might have them and say, okay, this is my target audience. But until you start to sell, you really never know. And then you never know what problem you're going to solve until you really start to sell. So you have to resonate with what you're doing, and they also have to resonate with what you are doing. with what they want to buy and all. Then focus on how you're going to reach your customers and what marketing channel. Don't over stress yourself and thin out yourself and say, oh, I'm going to use social media, I'm going to use Instagram, Facebook, everything, Twitter, Pinterest, all of that, Google SEO optimizing. You don't need to thin out outdo yourself. You just need to start from somewhere. And then you also need to know what your strategy. You have to be specific. You have to know what you're trying to grow and how you're trying to reach your audience. If you're going to be doing a lot of work, yes, initially, but trust me, in the long term, you're going to have so much return on investment, and you're going to thank yourself for starting your digital marketing. So, to sum it up, there are three things I talked about. The first one is getting your domain name. Get a website, guys. You need to get a website. Okay, you need to get a website. I can't emphasize too much on that. The second one is your social media strategy. You need to know, okay, what am I going to be posting? Am I going to be selling product, or am I going to be sharing information that is useful? You need to just put yourself out there so that there is some kind of brand awareness for your product. And the last part is engage your buyers. Don't just So, like I said, there are three major things. The first is find a domain name. If you don't have a website, please create one, or I don't know, find a way to put yourself online. And then find a landing page. You use MailChimp, use Mad Mimi, Monkey Chip, whatever it is you want to use, and put yourself out there. You need to put yourself out there. Then the second part is social media strategy. You must have a strategy. Don't drag yourself too thin, like spread yourself too thin on every of the social media strategy. Some actually allows integration, whereby you can post on one platform and it duplicates on the rest of all the platforms. But then I think you might need to either buy some app or subscribe to some kind of services that put all of that together. And the third part is engage your buyers. Engage. Don't leave your inquiries for more than 24 hours. Once they send you an inquiries, make sure that you get back to them with the necessary information that your customer need. It's important that you do that. So if you found this content, if you find this channel, this video interesting, click on the button, subscribe, like our page. You can follow us on social media on startupmentorshiphub.com. Just search Startup Mentorship Hub anywhere, and then you find us, whether it's on Instagram. There's some link down, and also you can also click. If you like it, share. If you don't like it, share. If you are indifferent, share. That's the whole idea. We have to spread ourselves out. Until next time, I remain Labaketum Aba, and then see you on another episode of Startup Mentorship Hub. Bye.